Welcome back. So I'm Merrick, obviously. This is The Walking Dead, the final season. This is episode 2, part 1. Now, I think everybody's heard by now, lately, just a couple of days ago, Telltale is basically, I don't know if they've gone bankrupt or there's a lot of blame, apparently. Like the guy who was the leader of it for a couple of years in the intermediary period. Apparently, he was blamed for most of this. They did too much, which I totally agree. Anyway, I installed episode 2 just like 20 minutes ago. Um, oh, look, November 6th, December 8th, 18th. How cool. Oh, I'm glad that they are finishing this game. There's still like a lot of up in the air. You know what? Sorry about that. My phone. You know what? I'm not 100% surprised because there's been no updates. Like there might have just been now, but it was still 1.00 after a couple of days of being released, and I was like, yeah, that's suspicious, but I didn't think anything of it. And yeah, they laid off like only 25 people work there. They laid off like 200 people. Anyway, terrible thing, terrible. But a lot of the first season of The Walking Dead was excellent, but everything else they did was a little bit blah. So let's do that. So anyway, this is part 1 of episode 2, The Walking Dead final season.
Previously on The Walking Dead, AJ and I had been searching for a long time for some place we could call home. Just when we thought we'd found a huge stash of food, it turned out to be a trap. That could have been the end. But I woke up and found I'd been saved by a guy named Marlon, the leader of a community living inside an old boarding school. It felt like a chance at having a home, a real one. We had to go back to the train station to see if any food survived the explosion. But someone else had the same idea. When AJ distracted him, I shoved him into a pack of walkers. I found Marlon and Brody in the basement that night, arguing about the man we'd seen, and I learned why Brody was so afraid. The man was part of a group of raiders they'd run into a year ago. Marlon traded Tennessee's older sisters to the raiders to keep himself safe. He attacked Brody and locked me in the basement with her. When she turned, I had to stop her. Marlon stole AJ's gun and tried to convince them I had murdered Brody. Violet backed me up. With everyone against him, the fight went out of Marlon. I told him to leave and never come back. But then, Marlon was dead. And AJ pulled the trigger. He remembered what I taught him. To never hesitate.
Damn. Yeah, I actually forgot this episode a little bit. I'm actually playing this in between Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I just did part. I think I actually just did part like 20 or 21, but I've only published and uploaded to part 13. So I'm pretty decent way through that game too. Oh yeah, the load screens for this game is just crazy. Hmm.
made you some coffee. It was in the kitchen. Tin said that I can have some. I didn't steal it.
I'm surprised you remember how to make it. We haven't had coffee in a long time.
You put it in hot water.
You're right. Thanks.
Last night, with Marlon, I heard Lewis and what he called me. Am I a murderer?
No!
You're gonna have to decide
Oh
that.
my God!
Shit! We could get medicine from the nurse's office.
He's dead. The kid blew his brains out. You shot him. He's dead. You're a murderer. You promised Marlon. You said you'd help him fix things. What the fuck did you teach this kid?
Lewis called me a murderer.
Am I? We'll have to just.
But we're supposed to kill bad stuff. Monsters. Did I do it bad? I thought Marlon was bad. He killed Brody. He kept telling lies. Clem, please just tell me. If I'm a murderer, I should know. Right? So that I can try not to be, or I don't know.
This'll be hard to hear.
It was murder.
Lewis was right. Sometimes people do bad things, like Marlon did.
But they don't deserve to
You
die.
shot him. He wasn't a threat to us anymore.
Right.
If you kill someone when they're no longer threatening you,
It's
that's
murder.
murder.
Even if they were bad?
Even then, it was wrong.
I think that's pretty
What are we
good.
gonna do?
He can't take back what he did. But he can learn from it.
Back off, all of you!
You talked Marlon down, and then they fucking murdered him.
Take AJ, go inside.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, just let them go back to the dorms? What happens the next time one of us does something this kid doesn't like? Should we expect a bullet too?
That's not what happened.
It's exactly what happened. It was over. Till little Mr. Trigger Happy decided otherwise.
It's hard to say. It's hard to know
You
what
didn't
to
have to
say.
shoot Marlon in the fucking skull. It was over.
We get it, Lewis. Just back off, okay?
They should have said something
Back
like,
off. Seriously?
"He's a kid. He didn't know what he was doing."
Let's go.
Clem? If I'm a murderer, am I gonna die too?
What? No.
No.
Well, I think murderers are like monsters, and I know what happens to monsters. Nothing good. Nothing good at all.
He's not a monster.
You're not a monster.
You're a
They
kid.
think I am. I wish they didn't.
It's hard to say
We're
what
going
they
to
think.
fix this. You and me. I'm going to help you atone.
Atone?
It means make up for what you did wrong. We'll make it all right with the others.
For God's sake, someone help me with this!
Saved you from that car wreck, and you fucking murdered him?
Get back, Mitch!
Get back.
Or what? You gonna let him kill me too? Then who's next? A Sim? Willie?
Haven't enough people died tonight?
We can't keep
Brody
killing
and
each other.
Marlon, we can't keep killing each other.
Fuck are you saying that to me after what he did? Screw both of you.
You know, the one thing I find with these games, they are good in a sense, but like it's just way too confrontational. Like people aren't really that blunt or
What is it?
direct, even in like crazy
You've
emotional
killed a lot of
times.
people. You murdered your
You know what I
friend,
mean?
didn't you?
What?
You said he was handcuffed. He wasn't a threat. So that means you murdered him.
That was out of mercy.
I killed him because I loved him. I didn't want him to suffer.
How? He'd be dead.
He would have turned. I didn't want that for him. He deserved better.
Yeah. Like, that's what I find with this game. Like, they obviously do it so then you have to make a choice whether to,
love you,
you know, go left or right kind of thing. But it's not... people aren't that black and white. It's almost like... It's like playing this game, it's very bipolar almost, you know?
Hey.
It's very... Like, the characters
I
come
said
off
to
as
come get you for
bipolar.
the funeral.
Not to
Really?
mean any offense by that,
Used to
but
happen more. Then
they're
it
just
stopped.
kind of very up and down.
It seems right though. I brought you something.
For me?
It's very bizarre.
I figured you'd be afraid, with everyone all upset. But you were brave last night. Like a firefighter.
No. Firefighters are good. I'm a murderer.
No, you're not. You gotta have a trial first. They decide that stuff in a courtroom. That's how it works. Worked before. Back then, there were all kinds of rules about who was innocent, who was guilty. It was complicated.
I don't think that's right. You made it up.
No, I didn't.
I'm pretty sure I'm a murderer.
You sure you don't want your firefighter?
You should keep him, 'cause you're good like him. But maybe we could play with him later? Together?
Sure. After the funeral. They buried them already. Vile'll start it soon. See you out there.
Yeah, and
This is
like
gonna be hard.
when you've made
Everyone's
decisions,
going to be upset.
they kind of
Show
run with
them
it.
we
Like
care.
he's
Okay.
now he's gonna make the whole
Okay.
issue about him being a murderer the whole episode. You know what I mean? It's not bad though.
Time to go?
Soon.
Soon. Yeah, it's time to go.
Ready?
To regret his actions, yeah. Nice. We can run.
I did that.
Come on.
It'll be nice.
They are not gonna be here, are they?
Marlon and Brody were their friends too.
Fuck's sake. Oh, God. They're here.
So what? They knew Brody, didn't they?
Yeah, but Marlon...
Just leave them alone.
Shit.
Clem?
What?
Why do people have funerals?
Brody and Marlon.
Tin said they used to have them more,
They died.
but I don't get it.
Well, to remember people we loved.
They loved Marlon.
Brody,
Yeah, they did.
she
I made them all sad. Like if someone took you away. Does everyone get a funeral?
People do. Some animals, too.
Even monsters?
Marlon did bad things, but
He wasn't a
he
monster.
wasn't a monster.
I know.
What he did was wrong, but
10. You ready?
he was just scared.
Brody, you always said you wanted to go to the beach. So, I drew it for you.
Marlon was... I can't. Not for Marlon. After what he did to the twins and Brody,
You didn't even like Brody. You were always mean to her.
I can't. Someone else do it.
Bitch. Dude, don't. Seriously, Lewis? He was your best friend. He wasn't perfect, but he deserved better than to get gunned down by that kid. AJ killed him like it was nothing. We all saw it, and no one stopped him.
You're right, Mitch. Marlon didn't deserve what AJ did to him.
I know what I did. I'm sorry. I know I'm a murderer. But I'm gonna,
Atone.
yeah, atone it.
Fuck, I can't listen to this.
What I did was bad, and I'm gonna make it up to you. I promise.
You don't have to make up shit. Marlon was a fucking murderer and a liar, and if we'd all asked more questions about Minnie and Sophie disappearing last year, none of this would have happened.
She's got a point.
Shut up! It wasn't Marlon's fault.
Then whose fault was it?
Whatever happened before, AJ shouldn't have killed Marlon.
Yeah, he wasn't hurting anybody when I killed him.
See what I mean? How can any of us trust these fucking people?
What are you saying?
I'm saying they gotta fucking go. Take a vote. Majority decides. They stay or they leave. Today.
That does seem fair.
Are you serious? It's bullshit.
You're bullshit.
Please, don't do this. I know you're angry, but
You don't know shit! If you did, you would've stopped AJ.
Like you stopped Marlon from killing Brody? Fucking hypocrite!
A vote's the only way to settle this, or we'll be arguing forever.
Fine. I guess we're fucking voting. Lewis needs to vote. Could you go get him? And try to talk to him.
Come on, Rosie. Come here, girl.
Could you guys go wait in the dorm? I'll come get you.
Please don't kick us out.
come on, let's go.
It's so sad, you know, what happened to Telltale. They just were a victim of their own success, you know. They just screwed it up. They just screwed it up. Management, man. How it stifles creativity, you know. Like, you know, it's amazing to me just... It's a constant recurring theme with a lot of things, like movies, like anything creative, you know, because of business, and especially California and Hollywood and all of that jazz, you know. It's just, and I get it, because it's like, people want to make sure they get their money back and that, or more money a little bit, or more money, you know. But, you think people would learn, right? But they don't. Repeating the same mistakes, even in the same generation, you know. People never learn. What's he doing? I love her boots. Her boots are pretty cool.
AJ, stop. You'll break your toe or something. Come here, sit down.
No. It didn't work. I did what you said, and they didn't even care. I know that I was bad, but they don't let me fix it.
AJ, breathe. Remember what we do when we're mad? Come on, you don't want to be loud, do you? What do we do when we're mad?
We stop and think and, I'm still really, really mad. I know that I'm not supposed to get mad or sad because then I do dumb things.
And you have every reason to be upset. We'll deal with it together, okay?
Okay.
Exactly.
We stop, we think, and we breathe.
Breathe.
Feel better? You're still mad, huh?
And, I think I'm sad, too. I did what you told me to.
I know. You're a good listener.
I wanted to make them all feel better. It didn't work. Why'd you tell me to do that if it didn't work?
You don't know that.
We don't know that it didn't work. They might have voted for us to stay.
I don't know. They seem pretty mad.
Violet was on our side. Maybe she'll persuade the others.
Yeah, maybe. I don't want to go.
I know you don't.
I like knowing where we are all the time. The bed, the food. I like the other kids. Not all of them, but Tin and Louis and Violet. We took the vote. You have to leave.
That sucks.
Don't we get to vote? I vote that we stay.
That's not how it works.
Maybe it should be.
You don't have to like it.
Good, 'cause I don't.
Fine. I get it. We'll learn to live with your decision somehow.
Seriously? That's it? You know this is fucking wrong, and you're not gonna fight it at all?
What's the point? You've already decided.
Yes, we have.
So fucking stupid.
You said you'd go along with it, if we voted fairly.
It's bullshit. And you'd know it if you weren't so used to burying your head in the sand.
Oh, I'm burying my head in the sand? Hate Marlon all you want, but you can't tell me AJ's in dangerous too.
We'll wait for you to pack up, then Louis and I'll escort you out past the safe zone. We'll make sure you get to the road safely. It's not a lot, but at least you won't die on the way.
Thanks for making sure that we...
No, don't thank them! It's their fault we gotta leave. They're gonna get rid of us.
Get him under control.
AJ, breathe.
Where's Tin? I gotta say goodbye. He was really upset about the vote, and he's not talking to anybody. It's best to leave him alone when he's like this, but for the record, he wanted you to stay.
Wait. Does AJ still have that gun? Hand it over.
Is this necessary?
Hell yes, it's necessary. I'm not walking out into the woods with him holding that thing. We already know he knows how to use it.
Fair enough.
Give it to him.
Here, you can have it.
Fuck.
There. Happy? Can we go?
As long as we get it back. I didn't like that. You know, it was good. It was good for what it lasted. You know, this little camp or whatever.
Will we get another car?
Probably not. We got lucky before.
So we're walking. My shoes are gonna break.
Well, we'll have to hope they hold out.
My feet are gonna bleed again.
We'll tear up a shirt and tie them up if we have to.
It's not so bad. I mean, you've done this before. Probably pretty good at it by now. Almost like going home for you guys.
You've lived inside walls your whole life. You have no fucking idea what it's like out there.
Yeah, that's true.
We're here. The road's that way.
Anything you want to say before we go?
I've said plenty.
Thanks for trying to keep us.
You're welcome. I wish you could stay. I didn't want this.
Come on, let's just go.
Give us a minute, would you?
Yeah, so do I. I wish we hadn't fucked it up.
You didn't. Marlon did. Even dead, he's still ruining shit.
Jesus, Violet. Give him some fucking peace.
Just stay safe. Both of you.
I must be stupid. I can't leave you out here unarmed.
Yeah. Good.
Thanks. Let's get going. The sun will set soon.
How do you know?
I don't know. I can just feel it.
How?
There's this cold that settles on my skin. It happens right before a storm, too.
I don't feel that.
You haven't been on the road as long as me.
Yeah, I can definitely tell. It's like when you can tell it's gonna rain like 20 minutes before it does, or 10 minutes before it
We'll be
does.
okay.
It's like the smell in the air.
I thought we were done running from all the bad people. And the monsters.
Yeah, of course we'll be okay.
We're used to
We're
this.
used to this.
I hate it out here. I wish we could go back.
Yeah, so do I.
Hide!
saw a couple of you on the road. How long you think you can hide?
Boom, and there we go, guys. There, I should have probably paused it earlier just to make it more of a cliffhanger, but who knew that guy survived? I thought he got bit by the neck, but whatever. Alright, well, this is The Walking Dead Episode 2, Part 1. I'll see you in Episode 2, Part 2. I'm Americ, thanks for liking, subscribing, so on and so forth. See you guys.